Barbara Hale, the note that changed everything. For nearly 4 decades, millions of viewers welcomed Barbara Hale into their living rooms as Della Street, the brilliant and loyal secretary to television's most famous defense attorney, Perry Mason. She was the picture of grace, intelligence, and unwavering professionalism. But when Barbara Hale passed away in 2017 at the age of 94, she left behind something unexpected. A handwritten note that would reveal the depth of a friendship the world had only glimpsed from afar. This is the story of Barbara Hale, not just the actress America loved, but the woman whose private confession would reframe one of television's most enduring partnerships. Kaley Cuoco's influence extends far beyond her performances on screen. Penny may have been the character that made her a household name, but her work has left an indelible mark on pop culture. She helped define an era of television, creating a character that was witty, relatable, and iconic. A role that will be remembered long after the final credits of the Big Bang Theory role. But her legacy is more than just nostalgia or laughter. It's about representation and inspiration. Through her journey, Kaley has shown that it's possible to evolve, challenge yourself, and reinvent your career without losing authenticity. She has become a role model for young actors, particularly women, proving that it's possible to navigate the intense pressures of Hollywood while maintaining personal integrity. Her impact is subtle, yet powerful, shaping how audiences view women in comedy, drama, and leadership roles behind the camera alike. And while the accolades, ratings, and awards are visible proof of success, the true measure of her influence lies in the countless fans, aspiring performers, and peers who see her as more than a star. They see her as a trailblazer, someone who has transformed challenges into opportunities and left a cultural imprint that transcends the screen. But the story doesn't stop there. In 1945, while filming The Western West of the Pecos, Barbara's life took a romantic turn that would bring her decades of happiness. On that dusty desert set, she met a handsome young actor named Bill Williams, whose real name was Herman August Wilhelm Katt. Their chemistry was immediate and undeniable. During long shooting days and quiet evenings with the cast, Barbara and Bill developed a connection that went beyond friendship. She was drawn to his kindness, humility, and steady nature, qualities that stood out in Hollywood's competitive world. He admired her intelligence, grounded demeanor, and quiet strength. On June 22, 1946, they married in a modest ceremony that reflected their down-to-earth natures. In an industry known for fleeting relationships, Barbara and Bill would build something rare, a marriage that lasted nearly half a century. Together, they raised 3 children, daughters Jody and Juanita, and a son, William Katt, who would follow in his parents' footsteps to become a successful actor, starring in The Greatest American Hero in the 1980s. Barbara often put family above career, occasionally turning down roles to spend more time with her children. Their home was filled with warmth, creativity, and encouragement. As she once said, her greatest role was that of mother and wife. Bill Williams passed away in 1992, but their love story remained a testament to enduring devotion in an industry where such things were rare. While Barbara Hale's film career was impressive, with more than 50 feature films to her name, it was television that would make her immortal. In 1957, she was cast as Della Street in a new courtroom drama called Perry Mason, starring Raymond Burr as the brilliant defense attorney. The show would run for 9 seasons, from 1957 to 1966, and become one of the most iconic series in television history. Barbara's portrayal of Della Street was groundbreaking. In an era when women were often portrayed as housewives or secondary characters, Della was confident, sharp-minded, and absolutely indispensable to Perry Mason's legal victories. She wasn't just a secretary, she was his right hand, his confidant, his intellectual equal. The chemistry between Barbara and Raymond Burr was remarkable, so natural that viewers couldn't help but believe in the unshakable bond between Perry and Della. In 1959, Barbara won the Emmy Award for Outstanding Supporting Actress in a drama series, solidifying her place among television's elite. But what made their partnership truly extraordinary was its longevity. Even after the original series ended in 1966, Barbara reprised her role in more than 30 Perry Mason television movies between 1985 and 1995. She and Burr worked together for nearly 4 decades, introducing Della Street to new generations. Her calm voice, poised demeanor, and unwavering loyalty became synonymous with the character. To millions of viewers, Barbara Hale was Della Street. Barbara Hale was always intensely private about her personal life. She rarely granted interviews that delved into her emotions or relationships. She carried herself with dignity and grace, never seeking scandal or controversy. But when she passed away on January 26, 2017, her family discovered something among her personal belongings. A handwritten note that revealed feelings she had kept hidden from the world for decades. In that note, Barbara finally expressed the depth of her friendship with Raymond Burr, a bond that went far beyond their on-screen partnership. "Raymond was my rock," she wrote. "He gave me strength when I was uncertain, and he believed in me when I doubted myself." These were not the words of a mere colleague. They revealed a connection rooted in profound mutual respect and affection. "Ray had a gentle soul," Barbara continued. "Behind the powerful voice and the intensity of his performances, there was kindness, humor, and deep loneliness." Barbara's words shed light on the private side of Raymond Burr that few had seen. She often defended him when tabloid stories questioned his personal life, insisting he was one of the most compassionate people she had ever known. But what made the note so surprising was how it contradicted her carefully cultivated public image as the calm, steady professional. The note revealed an emotional depth she rarely showed. "There were days when I leaned on Ray more than I should have," she admitted. "He carried me through the long hours, through the doubts, through the years when I wondered if I still mattered in Hollywood." Raymond Burr wasn't just a colleague. He was a source of strength during her moments of uncertainty and loneliness. Their friendship had begun in 1957 when Barbara was cast as Della Street. They quickly developed an easy rapport, their conversations filled with laughter between takes. "We didn't have to act the friendship," she once said. "You could feel it." But as they grew older, that friendship deepened in ways the public never saw. When Burr became ill in the early 1990s, Barbara stayed by his side, visiting him frequently, even when it was difficult. His passing in 1993 left a void in her life that she never fully recovered from. "When Ray left us, something inside me went quiet," she confessed in her note. "I still heard his voice every time I walked onto a set." What makes Barbara Hale's note so powerful is its vulnerability. It wasn't written for the public. It was written for her family, to explain the profound friendship that had shaped her life, both personally and professionally. "I think we loved each other in the truest way," she wrote, "not through romance, but through the kind of loyalty that doesn't fade." In a Hollywood that thrived on gossip about secret affairs and hidden scandals, Barbara's truth was simpler, yet more profound. A love that existed without boundaries or expectations. A friendship built on loyalty, respect, and genuine understanding. Her son, William Catt, later acknowledged how important Burr had been to their family, saying he was like an uncle, someone who always showed generosity and warmth. In her note, Barbara confirmed that sentiment. Ray was family. "He wasn't just Perry to my Della. He was a part of our lives." "If I could speak to Ray again," she concluded, "I'd simply say, thank you for every word, every laugh, and every moment we shared in the story of our lives." When Barbara Hale passed away from complications of chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, the entertainment world mourned the loss of a beloved actress. But for those who discovered her note, Her final words offered a new understanding of the woman behind Della Street. Barbara Hale's confession wasn't one of scandal. It was one of gratitude, love, and enduring friendship. In the end, her letter didn't just change how people saw her relationship with Raymond Burr. It redefined what it meant to love someone deeply and quietly in a world obsessed with spectacle. Some of the greatest love stories, it turns out, are not written in scripts, but in the quiet spaces between two hearts that understood each other perfectly.